Hey girls, it's Friday, and today I am doing my punishment, which is crazy hair, and that's probably a good segue for Pet Peeve Week, because I think one of the biggest pet peeves I have is people who are too self-conscious in front of their friends. I think it's really crazy when people, refuse to act goofy in front of people that they supposedly like because they think that they're gonna get judged. I mean, if they're your friend, then obviously they're probably just as crazy as you are, and in the same way. So, I don't know why some people, refuse to get weird in front of their friends because they're too self-conscious. I just think it, kind of shows that you don't have a great friendship, and probably not a great self-esteem either. Ooh, this is a really good one. Let's see if it stays. I hate people who do the hair poof. I tried to do it for a demonstration, but this is as close as I got, and it doesn't really look like it at all. I don't know why people think it's a fashion, like the whole Snooki thing where their hair is just like this, where their hair is poofed up like this. I think it makes you look like you have a large lump on your head, like its shape, and I don't know why people think that that's stylish. It's not. The idea of, people wearing bumpets in their hair it's wrong. I can't stand it. But anyways, passive-aggressive people, especially if they're, acquaintances. I mean, I don't think I'm friends with, many, inherently passive-aggressive people, but people who, you'll do something that might bother them or something, and instead of just, coming out and saying it and, allowing you to, adjust your behavior around them, if you joke around too much around them, they'll kind of make, a pointed aside about it, and it's if this person is continuing their behavior, it's not their fault because you're not telling them that you can't handle it. This is nice Bellatrix Lestrange hair, is it not? Anyway, people who say that they could have done something better if they hadn't, studied, if you have a test or an exam coming up, especially, exams, and people don't study because they're afraid of how they would do if they did study, and they don't want to know, the highest estimation of their grade, so instead they don't study, and then when they get their test back, whether it's, okay or really bad, they say, well, imagine how good I could have done if I had actually studied. Then they use the poor grade they got as a basis for saying, oh, well, I got a C, I could have gotten an A. People who constantly get together, and they break up, and they get together, and they break up, and they get together, and they break up, and then instead of, recounting, they still count the same day that they got together originally as their anniversary. So if they're going out for a year, they'll still count it as a year, even if they've broken up and gotten back together 6 times within that year. I don't think that counts. I hate that. And finally, this is not about people. I hate ballpoint pens. I'm sorry. I cannot stand, the little cheap ballpoint pens that come in packs of, 50 that you can buy for $1. The reason they're so cheap is because they suck, and they write terribly, and they mess up your handwriting, and you can barely see them on the paper. I don't know what it is. I cannot stand ballpoint pens. Anyway, I think that's pretty much it for me. I'm sure there are a million other things, but I won't bore you guys with more rants. Anyway, I will see you on Monday, Nicole.